Yo, it's Sway.
Sway.
Sway. Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
Sway.
In the morning.
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 Only on Shade 45.
Wake your fuck ass up.
Yeah. Bitches.
Sway in the morning, Shade 45, 36 minutes into the hour. Chael Sonnen is here, ladies and gentlemen.
In the house.
Wow, man. I'm so used to seeing you on TV, man.
There we go, Chael.
Just owning the mic. Chael's in the house.
Oh, yeah.
They don't say that anymore, though. You know, we got to figure out something new, though, man.
They do. That is a little played,
That's
as
a
the
little
kids say.
Right, yeah. In the flesh. Nah, that don't
No.
work. That doesn't work either. Yeah, bitch. Chael Sonnen in the house. There you go. And man, John Bones Jones here. We'll take a couple more of your calls. But first, I want to ask you guys, man. I had in California where I grew up, the Shamrock Brothers used to be out there.
Sure.
Yeah, and they used to have a training facility in San Jose, and I used to have them come on a radio station that I worked on, and they used to, and this was back when, people weren't all the way in yet. When it came to MMA, and
They knew about it, but they didn't know about it.
They didn't know about it,
Right.
And I used to think those dudes were the greatest, Who, in your opinion, who are just three of the greatest that appealed to you? Chael, let's start with you, and why you think they were the greatest.
Oh, well, the greatest would be like ever, you got your Randy Couture and GSP and John Jones. I think that for me as a fan, I liked Dan Henderson a lot. For current guys that are still fighting, I like to watch him a lot. And and really Randy Couture. I know that he just left, but he was a mentor of mine. A guy named Matt Lindland was the #1 fighter in the world for a number of years. But those are the guys from my hometown and my area, so I'll always look to those guys.
Okay, what about you, John?
Top three greatest for me, I would have to say, is a guy named Fedor Emelianenko. Not a lot of people know his name unless you're like a diehard MMA fan, but he's the guy from Russia who has beaten every heavyweight, around the world. Fedor Emelianenko, Anderson Silva. He's the current champion right now. He has every record in the books. And I would have to say myself, it's going down as one of the greatest.
Damn, I like that.
Hey, man.
He said itself.
Hey, that's why I'm doing it. I'm not here to be mediocre.
When you go into a fight, say you and Chael are going to match up in April, is the objective is to take your opponent out as quick as possible? And is there anything you wouldn't like? Do y'all ever feel guilty? You throw elbows. Do you ever feel guilty?
No way. No, I don't feel guilty at all. I look at it this way. My opponent would he'd do it to me if he had the opportunity, so I can't afford to be out there feeling sorry for nobody.
So we're going for the knockout. You going for the knockout?
Well, I'm just going out to compete hard. I don't know that I'm necessarily looking for a knockout, but to what John said and to your point, yeah, you don't ever feel bad. There's rules. You operate within the confines of the rules, but it's a contact sport, and that's what both guys are agreeing to. Joe
Rogan, does he fight?
Yeah, he does.
Well, he trains. He certainly
yeah.
trains a lot. He tried to fight. He actually challenged an actor named Wesley Snipes and officially challenged him. And I think there was some consideration of doing it, but not on Wesley's part. Yeah.
Versus Blade?
Well, people would have tuned in, that's for sure. I don't know how good it would have been, but they would have tuned
versus
in.
Blade?
Yeah, but Wesley's way too small for Joe, it looks like.
I haven't seen him in person.
All right. Okay, so we're going to take some more of your calls, 888-742-3345.
Here we go.
We got Bolo from Virginia on the line. Go ahead.
Chael, I just want to know, did you really think that Anderson Silva is a gangster just because he wears hat backwards and stuff like that?
No, I don't think that. I don't think Anderson Silva's a gangster. I'm a gangster.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I think Anderson Silva's a Sally for wearing his hat backwards.
Oh, wow, damn.
Sally. Or Mary.
Yo, does Anderson, does he really respond to when you say these things about him, or does he know, or is it in good sport?
No, it's not in good sport. Anderson and I don't like each other, but listen, I got to let that one go. He gave me my opportunity, and I'll live with the outcome of that match. But yeah, that's it.
That's it. Okay, all right. We got let me see. We got Sin on the line from Kentucky. Go ahead.
Hey, real quick. I want to question. I got a question for John Bone Jones, but real quick, Sway.
Yeah.
You said about the boxing thing, it ain't nothing compared to that UFC and getting kicked for your first time. But
Let him know.
Real quick, I train or whatever like that, and getting kicked the first time ain't fun. But John Bone Jones, what was going through your mind when you was in your last fight and he had you in that arm bar. Because I was like, I was rooting for you and everything. And when I see you now, I was like, come on now, please don't let him lose to this. I mean, you would dominate the whole match or whatever like that. And I was just like, man, please don't let him lose to this.
I was thinking, oh God. You know, he got my arm pretty tight, and I never felt anything like it, and I didn't really know how to react. I didn't know if it could hurt anymore, and I was just like, you know, it's feeling pretty numb. I work so hard, and I have all these goals in my head, and I'm not about to give up. So I found some strength. I found a way, and I pulled through. Perseverance, baby.
Man, you know, the pain factor, man, in fighting, man, is I think can be that deciding factor. You got to have a high tolerance for pain to do what you guys do.
Oh yeah.
What was the scariest pain moment that you've ever experienced in a fight, and who was it, and what did they inflict on you?
It was by far that last situation. Vitor Belfort caught me in the armbar. Was literally carrying all of his body weight. My arm was popping, bending. You know, just to see your arm bend is that can mess with your psychology right there and make you want to give up.
Yeah.
So that was definitely the craziest situation I've ever been through, physical pain-wise. Yeah. I mean, my dad used to put it on me when I was a kid.
Yeah, but nothing
like
that.
Yeah, not quite. Nah.
Yeah, he would have been in jail. Chael, what about you?
Yeah.
Mine probably would have been. I was elbowed. I was elbowed in a fight many years ago by a guy named Jeremy Horn. One elbow opened up a cut that required 22 stitches, and it was so warm. And the only thing I could remember was I remember
warm?
actually in the ring.
You said warm?
Warm. And I could actually remember in the ring having flashbacks of hearing guys on the news that had been shot that talked about how it got warm because of all the blood. And I remember thinking, oh my God, I must be covered in blood. And I was. And the ref stopped the fight. And that was more of a scary moment than it was painful because I just remember feeling that.
So did you just let me know that you don't like to see blood?
I'd let you know I don't like to see 22 stitches worth of blood, yes.
So
store that in your arsenal. I can't, nothing I can do to change that.
So do you have kids?
No.
You don't have, but you have your family members. When your family members see you guys take this, like I never understood when I watched boxing, Cotto and all these guys, they bring their whole family to the ring, you know, and you got your kids looking traumatized because the dad is taking a beating.
Yeah.
You know, do you bring your family to the ring?
I definitely bring my family to the ring. I don't bring my kids with me. But as far as like my wifey, and, you know, I think she deserves to be there more than anybody. You know, she's done my diet. She's put up with my mood swings and my attitude. You know, like my money is her money. The life I have is her life. So, I mean, that front row.
That was cool of you to say.
That's where she should be.
Yeah.
Good for you.
So when Heather B slapped you on the ass, was that her hand too? Or?
I mean,
Sway, that was separate, Sway. Why you mixing me in with wifey talk?
Listen,
God, hater.
My girl, she don't mind sharing a little bit.
Wow,
a little bit.
What about you, Chael? You bring family members to the fights? Like, do you?
Yeah, my mother comes, my aunt and uncle come, my uncle corners me. My sister and my niece and nephew, my fiance, they never miss. It's it's an event that needs to be supported. It's a sport. This is what we do. That's not to say there's not this is a combat sport. It's a rough business, but it's business, and you can't celebrate a victory if you're not willing to be a sportsman in defeat as well. And they're much like me. It goes both ways, and you gotta hold your head high either way.
Man, well, listen, gentlemen, I want to thank you guys for coming through. I'm a real true fan of this. What you guys
hit me up on Twitter.
I know, man. I'll be following you too, John. I'm gonna have to follow you, Chael. I just tweeted you out today too, man. But I think you guys are great for the sport, and I thank you for the excitement and the entertainment that you given. I watch you guys, and I feel like I'm a superhero on my couch.
And I want to thank you for telling everybody about the Ultimate Fighter on FX just before Just a Fight on Tuesday nights, and the fact that tickets are on sale to watch me and the champ get it on the 27th of April at the Prudential Center. That is so nice of you guys to bring that up.
Chael, man, I'm just looking out, man. I'm a team player.
I appreciate it.
All right, man. Maybe you guys give me a pair of tickets. All right. Damn, the interview just went
for
cricket
you,
right
absolutely.
There.
Pair of tickets, right? Yes, that, yeah.
Where's the cricket button?
I know, right? John, thanks for coming through. Chael, thanks for coming through. Man, you guys, make sure you check them out every Tuesday on the FX, 8 p.m. Eastern, like Chael said. And don't forget the big fight, April 27th, Jones versus Sonnen at the Prudential Center in Newark. We're going to be covering it and talking about it, man. May the best man win.
The whole world is the biggest fight in the history of the light heavyweight division.
Man,
if you're not there, you're simply not cool.
We'll be there. We'll talk about it, too, all right? All right, gentlemen, thank you. Sway in the Morning, Shade 45.
It's Sway in the Morning, only on Shade 45.